This is Darren, also known as Bombadil, from the No Guts, No Galaxy podcast. Today, we're going to quickly touch on the various weapons available in MechWarrior Online in a brief weapons systems overview. Battle mechs are able to carry a large assortment of weaponry, and all weapons fall into one of three basic categories: energy weapons, ballistic weapons, and missile weapons. Each weapon is unique in its functionality and characteristics, such as its firing rate, damage, and range. However, weapons that fall within the same category usually share some similar traits. First, we'll look at energy weapons, the most common and iconic weapons in the battle mech's arsenal. One of the advantages of using energy weapons is that they don't require ammunition and excel in extended combat situations. There are three categories of energy weapons: lasers, particle projection cannons or PPCs, and flamers. Lasers cause damage by focusing extremely powerful beams of light on their targets. These include standard, pulse, and extended range or ER. PPCs, also known as man-made lightning, include both the standard as well as the extended range or ER PPC. And finally, flamers, which are designed to raise the heat level of enemy mechs and are also an effective psychological weapon, as your enemy's mech is engulfed by a constant stream of flame. Next, we'll look at ballistic weapons, which fire high-speed, unguided projectiles designed to inflict kinetic and/or explosive damage. One advantage of using ballistic weapons is that they generally produce less heat than energy weapons. Ballistic weapons fall into one of the following three categories: autocannons, machine guns, and Gauss rifles. Autocannons are rapid-firing, auto-loading, direct-fire weapons and include the AC-2, 5, 10, and the massive AC-20, as well as the Ultra AC-5, which has a higher firing rate but also a chance of jamming, and the LBX-10, a shotgun-like autocannon. Machine guns for battle mechs are much larger and heavier than their infantry counterparts. With their very high firing rate, machine guns will lay down a constant stream of damage and are especially effective against internal structure. Using electromagnets, Gauss rifles propel solid metal slugs at extremely high velocities and are very effective at long range. And finally, we'll look at missile weapons. There are two types of missile weapons available: short range and long range. Long-range missiles are designed to engage the enemy at great distances. With the ability to lock onto a target and with indirect fire capabilities, LRMs can rain missiles down upon the enemy from well behind the front lines, working well in a support role. There are LRM 5s, 10s, 15s, and 20s. There are two types of short-range missiles: standard and streak. Standard SRMs are direct-fire missiles that sacrifice range for harder-hitting power. There are SRM-2s, 4s, and 6s. Firing two lock-on high-velocity missiles, streak SRM-2s guarantee a hit on any target you can lock onto. And this concludes the Weapons Systems Overview. Be sure to check out our other tutorials, and on behalf of the No Guts, No Galaxy podcast and myself, until next time, MechWarrior.